I think a lot of people would just be disappointed that we got first. They'd be like, really? Like, clutch? Like, you guys lost to these guys?
Joined right now by Apollo and Week 8 for another Blitz Esports interview. Just kidding. It's raining, so we're inside, and it looks a little bit like a Blitz Esports interview. But actually, coverage is presented by OmniSlash. Got that in there in the beginning. Apollo, Clutch continues to be on this like upward path. And yet, I'm going to be blunt here. It feels like a lot of people don't care. Like, a lot of people are not talking about Clutch. It's really weird. Like, you guys are maybe the least popular third place team in history, which I don't mean as like a slight, but it's like a weird situation that more people are talking about 100 Thieves, but they're like way behind you. Why do you think that is?
I actually don't know, but I do agree. Like, I totally agree. It's a little weird. It's like you kind of you think of the top teams, you're like, yeah, Team Liquid, Echo Fox, C9, and oh man, 100 Thieves are looking good. CLG are looking good. Yeah, so it is a little weird. I think it mainly has to do with us only beating the lower tier teams. So when we do get a win, it's like, oh yeah, they were supposed to beat them. So it's it's totally fine. But so this was the only win I think that we've beat a top team so far. Well, I mean you can't really count TSM, right? Because they're a lower tier team too. So yeah, this is like our first win against like a top team. So I guess that's the reason why. Maybe it has to do with just like fan bases. The other teams just have bigger fan bases. But I do think it's because we didn't beat any of the top teams yet, except for now. Yeah.
And you just beat Echo Fox.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And actually, in a match that looked like Echo Fox was going to win the majority of it. That's how it felt as a spectator. I don't know if you felt that way, in the game.
I think it was relatively even. I think the team comps have their strengths and weaknesses. We were a little bit heavy. Like, we had like a better scaling team comp. Yeah. So when it was around the mid game, we didn't want to pick fights with them because we felt like they were stronger. And I do think that they had the position to win the game, but we made a really good Baron call. And that's pretty much what like kind of stabilized it. And then after that, I think we did a really good job of keeping ourselves in the game and then team fighting.
Now, do you think that Clutch, like obviously the rankings show this, but the rankings are over the course of an 8-week period so far. Do you think that Clutch is currently the third best team in the league?
I think so. Yeah. I think, well, especially after the win of Echo Fox, I do think that we can compete. We are good enough. Obviously, we're not like, I don't believe that we can, I don't think it's like 100% certain yet, but we have the chance to do really well in playoffs. I think we're really competitive. Maybe in best of fives, it's going to be different, or best of threes, it's going to be different. But for now, I think we're doing a really good job of improving and focusing on our mistakes. Like, it just feels like we're improving faster than other teams. That's why I'm really confident that we can do well against, and do well in playoffs.
Yeah. Okay. I said this to somebody the other day, and again, I don't mean this as a slight against you, but like, it is a crazy thought. There's a pretty good chance that like you guys end up representing North America at MSI, right? Like, you're the third best team in the league right now according to the standings. You've shown that you can beat like Echo Fox. Who knows yet how you guys will perform in best of fives, but like, there's a pretty good chance that could happen. Are you thinking about that actively?
I'm not. I think a lot of people would just be disappointed that we got first. They'd be like, really? Like, clutch? Like, you guys lost to these guys? I think it'd be really disappointing for fans, but I hope they don't think that way when it actually happens. And yeah, I mean, I guess it just kind of shows how competitive North America is right now. There's just so many, I mean, all the rosters changed. Some people kind of had the belief that Echo Fox was going to be number one, so it wasn't as surprising just because of how good the roster looked. But I mean, yeah, it's just like all these rosters are so competitive, and you see people fighting for playoffs right now. It's like CLG, TSM, like those guys you usually see on the top, but right now they're like kind of struggling to get into playoffs, which is really, I mean, it's cool, but obviously sucks for them.
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the teams that are beneath you? Like, sorry, let me reframe this. What is allowing Clutch to be in third place? Because a lot of people look at Echo Fox and they're like, oh, Hooney's so good, and like, look at what he's able to pull off with Dardoch and Cloud9. People are like, man, like, we really underrated Licorice, and like the rest of their roster is so good, and obviously they have the stability of having been around for so long. What is it that is giving Clutch the edge and allowing you to perform so well?
In terms of getting to playoffs, I think it just had to do with consistency. Like I said, we never lost to lower tier teams, so we focused on every match just the same as every other match. Yeah. So that helped us get into playoffs specifically. Being like putting ourselves as a top team is obviously like it's still kind of it's not like certain that we're like the best or like top 3 or yeah, it's not certain that we're the best, but I do think that we are better than all the other teams below us because we proved it twice. So. Yeah, I mean, it just had to do with consistency, and I think it's just being consistent compared to like even the top teams, right? Like C9 and Echo Fox, I think they lost to teams that like they shouldn't have lost to essentially, right? And TSM kind of did the same thing where they lost to teams that they weren't supposed to, and then look where they are now.
Yeah. Who do you guys have left in your split? Have you already played Golden Guardians twice?
No. So we have Team Liquid and then tomorrow, and then 100 Thieves and Golden Guardians. Yeah.
Okay, so the reason I brought this up because I was trying to remember if you had Golden Guardians. So are you worried about them at all? Because lately they win and lose one every week, and they kind of feel like the turtle shell, the blue turtle shell. Blue shell? Yeah. So is there you guys have been able to consistently defend against like all these lower tier teams? Are you concerned that these guys could like come through and upset it?
So what we think is if the match matters for us, like if that win matters versus GGS, we already lost the game. Okay. Because GG, like they're just going to beat us. Okay. So, but if it doesn't matter, then we'll win.
Okay. Wait, why? Why?
Because, it's like they're just, they just have that ability to take them out. Yeah, that's all.
They're the team that's just there to like fuck with all the other teams.
Yeah, exactly. They're not actually in it to make playoffs. They're just fucking with people at this point.
Exactly. It's just like, all right, guys, it's not about winning. It's about ruining other people's days. Okay, that's good. That's a good understanding. I appreciate that. All right, Apollo. Again, like not as many people care about Clutch right now. If you were to do something. What can you do in this interview to like make people root for you guys? Like, this is an open platform, right? Like, this is gonna go on my YouTube channel. Yeah, we can do anything. So many people watch my YouTube channel, and so many people have subscribed, and the people that haven't are just lesser human beings. So, yes. What would you like? Right now, you've got the opportunity. What would you say?
I mean, make sure to comment on this video as well, and to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah. And even our YouTube channel, Clutch Gaming Official, I think we have a YouTube channel. If we keep winning, I think people will start liking us more because that's just kind of the way it works.
I mean, that's been your strategy so far.
Yes.
And again, like maybe the least popular third place team in history. So
we're gonna have to win some more.
Okay. All right.
Or because I think
you just told me a second ago that if you get first place, everyone's gonna be disappointed. Yeah. So I'm not. You're kind of contradicting yourself here a little bit. Here.
I'm asking for them to change that. Okay. I think right now, before they watch the video, they'll be disappointed. But after they watch this interview, then they will be more inclined to not be disappointed that Clutch will be at MSI.
Okay. Very good. I don't know if you gave an answer there. I think you were just like, well, this video will somehow make them change their mind.
That's the plan.
I don't know. All right. I believe a lot in my videos. I don't know if this one is going to do that for you guys. Is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there?
Besides what I just said?
Yeah, it's just like a thank you or anything. Like a shout. Okay, if you got nothing, I'll just wrap it.
Thanks, guys.
You can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel.
Hey, so Travis doesn't check any of these. He just uploads whatever I put in the folder for him. So I figured now's probably a good time to plug my my Twitter, my Instagram. Once again, how to spell BRODINPLETT, Brodenplett. Pretty easy to find me. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one. But yeah. This content's brought to you by OmniSlash.